A relationship is strengthened by trust, communication, patience, compromise, intimacy, finance, and respect. These are the building blocks of a long-lasting union. And once you sign on the dotted line, it becomes the business of marriage. To Death Do Us Part. Hosted by Serena Goodman and Jeff Strange.
What's happening, y'all? It is the business of marriage. I'm your host, Jeff Strange, and this is
Serena Goodman.
Yep. Oh, what? I said it wrong? What happened?
See, you know what it is? You played yourself. You didn't want to make sure you didn't get anything wrong. See, I already picked up on it. But go ahead, keep going. Keep going.
How did I get anything wrong?
Nothing. Come on, come on.
See, this is why we have the show. See, because this just started. I just said, "What's up, y'all? How you doing? This is the business of marriage. I'm your host, Jeff Strange."
and then you go.
Yeah, it's like you gotta talk. Like, what? You don't want to talk?
No, come on.
Okay. Well, anyway. Today's topic, we're gonna be talking about how social media impacts your relationship.
Yes.
Okay, so
that's a good topic.
A lot of people, they tend to, put a lot of focus on their relationship within social media, whether it's like, oh, why'd you like this picture, or you don't support me. These kind of arguments always kind of come up.
Yeah.
So we just here want to talk about that today. Don't be afraid to ask any questions while we're online, because we're live on YouTube, so we can already get this thing started. So, how do you feel about this, Serena?
Oh my goodness! Come on, we could talk all night about this one. First of all, there's some pros and some cons to social media, as far as being a couple is concerned, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes people actually meet their mate on social media.
Yeah.
Right. So it has worked for some folks. Most of the time, I'm gonna say, it's not gonna work out. The biggest thing is the fact that, listen, anytime you put anything on social media, that's your digital footprint, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Some stuff you put on there, you shouldn't be putting on there. And if you're in a relationship, you definitely shouldn't put that kind of stuff on there. You turning it up, you wearing this, stuff you shouldn't be wearing. Mm-hmm. It's okay when you're not in a relationship, but once you start getting into a relationship, you got to even look at your social media page in a different way. It's just not the same anymore.
Yeah, because once you put it up on the internet, it's there forever.
Yeah.
So you can't take it back. So it's like it's whatever you want to put out for yourself, that's what you put out there.
Yeah.
You can't just you want to put there, you just do something to, for shock value or whatever, just to get somebody to like your post or whatever like that. And people really feed off these likes, because sometimes these likes are like drugs.
Yeah, and that's one of the mental impacts of it, because it will mess with people, their social, economical things, the way that they see themselves, based on whether or not people like or don't even, acknowledge your post.
Yeah.
People take it personal. When you taking it personal, people not your friends. They're not your friends.
That's the biggest thing.
The terminology of friends on Facebook or on Instagram and those sites, it's not our definition of friends. So stop taking everything so personal.
They should really change it to social media acquaintance.
Exactly.
That's exactly what they are.
Acquaintances, exactly. But people place so much emphasis on what other people think of them. But this is our society. We come from a visually oriented society where,
big time.
We need justification. We need people to validate our existence. Like, what is that all about?
Yeah.
And a lot of times, it's not just the young people. Even when we got our mature, some serious grown folks. Like, why are you waiting around to have someone else validate your existence?
You should probably be looking in the mirror and validating yourself.
Hello, you're supposed to be.
It's called self-confidence.
In this skin, not to say that even if you're good in your skin, things should be tasteful. Because I've seen some stuff on there that some people just should not have put on there. Okay, like maybe you feel good and sexy about yourself. You should keep that in your bedroom and keep it to yourself.
Show that to your significant other.
Some of that stuff, it shouldn't be on there, and I think that leads into some of the problems.
Yeah.
Sometimes overexposure, like you showing your body parts or your inner thoughts, or maybe sharing an intimate conversation between you and your mate, and you share it on Facebook.
Yeah, and a lot of times you may have, your partner may be really insecure. and that's on both sides of the sex. You
Yeah.
said something about certain girl's picture, and then all of a sudden that's starting an argument between you and I. And they're like, oh, what the hell? Why you like her picture? You like that kind of stuff? And you're like, I just like the picture. I didn't put love. I didn't put like hearts and put mad hearts and all the crazy emojis.
Yeah.
It's just like you just click like. That's it.
But that means, that click like means a lot. Especially if you click
It shouldn't.
like her, but you didn't click like your mate. That's a whole nother situation.
Well, that's the issue
too.
at home, but I'm just saying on social media, it shouldn't really have that much weight in your household. Because, like, if I'm actually doing everything that's supposed to be done to keep this house, keeping these damn lights on and everything else, just because I ain't like this girl, because I like this girl, like, oh, now we gonna be in a poor house or something like that. Like, I don't get that.
It's because it's not financial. See, supporting your mate is not always just like financial, keeping the lights on, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't cost nothing.
It's also emotional support. That's a big part.
True.
That emotional support. And sometimes if you put something on Facebook and 100 people like it, and you notice that your man just didn't say anything about it. See, the 100 people might not matter, but your man matters, or your woman matters, right?
Yeah, he's sitting right next to you, but a lot of times, if I'm telling you everything you need to hear, I shouldn't have to worry about.
How you know you're telling somebody everything they need to hear?
Because they ain't complaining. Because they ain't complaining about real life. They complain about social media.
Well, they complaining about social media or complaining on social media.
Well,
what you mean?
Well, I mean, say if I'm, I'm just doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, and if I'm not giving that much energy to social media, and I see you put up something like, oh, baby, that's nice, and such and such and such. I say it to you, but I didn't click like here. I shouldn't feel any kind of grief just because I didn't like it.
Oh, that doesn't mean you didn't like it. It means you didn't click the.
I didn't make a public acknowledgement.
So what do you think about the people who pour out, like it's your birthday, right? And they talk on social media and they throw up the flowers and it says, oh, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I see that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I see that a lot, right? And then I've experienced like those same men who put those big posts on there try to hit on me in church. Okay, so now I'm a little confused because I'm trying to figure out, like, Deacon, what part of the game is that? Where you just put on
Praise
Facebook,
the Lord. Yeah, what you doing after this?
Yeah, on Facebook it's long. It's the paragraph about that long of how she's the bestest thing to butter bread. And then you asking me to sit on your lap. So I'm trying to figure out how that work. Well.
Check, please. Anyway.
Listen, if we're going to keep it 100, we're going to keep it 100.
Yeah.
Because it happens every day. People put something on there, and that's just to appease the other person, right?
Most of the time,
it's not even, sometimes not even their true thoughts, right? Because then their actions are different. Now, some people, I believe that's what they really feel, and they want the world to know. I mean, when you're in love, would you want the world to know? Do you think the world should know if you're in love?
Well, I mean, it all depends on how happy you are. I mean,
there's certain degrees in this thing, right?
it is degrees because you just like her. You ain't going to her like, I got a girlfriend. Yes, and then you may just like her, just like, yeah, she cool. Because it hasn't grown to that point.
I said in love. I didn't say in like though.
Oh well.
The question was in love. There's a difference between in like. I could like a whole bunch of folks.
I'm getting ready to say something. Anyway.
That means I'm in love with,
No, true. Because,
right?
I mean, but.
When you're in love, would you want to, and that's why people, do you think that's why people get married and have a big wedding? Because they in love, they want the world to know.
Yeah,
and then they have this great ceremony.
They want all that public acknowledgement. But if some people are very practical. Like, some people just want, they don't have to have the huge turnout wedding and spend $10,000. They're like, that $10,000 could go towards this and build a home and everything else. I don't care about all that. That's the one you like,
what do you could do for $10,000?
I don't know. I'm a man. I don't make this stuff up.
Oh, so men don't know about weddings.
We just sit there and we sit in the men's section and we just wait, like, where do I go for my fitting and everything else? Because I've been through it. So I just know I'll just give up the money and I'm just like, all right, where?
Then you just show up. Oh, God.
Most of the times, most of the weddings are for
the bride. Well, it's the bride's day, kind of.
See,
yeah,
it's the bride's day.
It's the bride's day.
You'll never hear about this part. Is the groom's day.
Yeah, it's not the groom's day. It's the day before is the groom's day.
Yeah, the bachelor party, right?
If she let you
Here we
have
go,
one.
like it's like
If she let you have one. And that should that be on social media? I don't know. Should that be on social
Well,
media?
that all depends on what you do at the damn grooms at the party, because, you know, if you're gonna have that kind of party, that's when you're supposed to get the cameras away.
Okay,
This supposed to be
everybody check the cameras at the door. Is that how it goes? Is that how those parties go?
I mean, I've been to a couple that was like, as soon as the phone came out, it was like, hey, you know,
See, I
and you
don't
get
know.
Kirk Frosted,
Then that means you're
you
not
get
starting-
Kevin Harted.
You're not starting a marriage off on honesty and trust and all those other things that's those important foundations. So I don't understand what you're saying. What you saying?
No, I'm just saying it all depends on what you want to do at that bachelor party. Like, I'm getting ready to go to one in a couple of months. And it was just like all about just guys hanging out or whatever. He don't want no strippers. He don't want none of that.
Okay.
So I said, oh, okay, fine. Now, when I got married, oh, yeah, I went to the strip club. I was out there smacking ass and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, ain't nothing else transpired that would, you know, get me in trouble on social media if there were cameras
You're
present.
not supposed to touch other women when you're getting ready to get married.
This is my last night to do that.
Oh, you see what I'm saying?
But I didn't do it. I
So
didn't
then
violate.
you made new rules. You
What do
made
you mean new rules?
Oh, that's a rule? That's
I'm
a
not-
whole rule?
What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm just saying.
Well,
Does it go on social media? Did
No.
that night go on social media?
I ain't do nothing on social media.
Okay, you kept that a secret.
I do my dirt by
Okay, so that
myself.
takes
I
me
don't
to
let
the next
nobody know
point,
nothing.
that social media people hide things.
How does that hiding things?
Yeah, you didn't put it on there, right?
No, because we was
Why?
enjoying ourselves. It was me and a couple of my dudes, and we was just having fun, having drinks, just online, just in the club, just enjoying ourselves.
And that doesn't belong on social media.
If you could put it on there, you wanna. I would not put it on there.
Okay.
Man, dudes, if you do that, just shoot yourself. Just shoot. Because you're gonna put it on there for social media. It's up there forever. Okay, understand that. If you're gonna do some dirt, don't put it on social media. It's gonna be there forever. Ask Kevin Hart. Ask all these dudes that did all kinds of stupid stuff, and people that are following with a camera and everything else.
All right, so you helped to prove my point. I just took you around because I wanted, I was tie your sneakers on. We going for a jog. I was jogging with you with that. This is my point I'm making, right? Social media, there's certain things that don't belong on there, right?
True.
Because people do have secrets and they're holding on to secrets and they're keeping that very separate from social media. But you have to make an intelligent decision on whether it belongs on there or not. Everything does not belong on social media.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying to build a life with someone.
Yeah, because you start out from a lie, it's going to end up, it's going to crash and burn sooner or later.
Yeah, well, what about the guys who say, oh, this kills me, when they say, I don't do no social media. I don't do none of that mess. I don't do none of
That's
that.
them.
I don't got Facebook. I don't got Instagram. I don't got nothing.
I don't know about them
Yeah?
dudes. I mean,
Why do you think they don't? Why do you
'Cause
think they say that?
some people, they still want to hide stuff, because this is also on the female side too. It ain't just us.
I didn't say it was just on
You-
the female side.
what'd you just
I
say?
just gave you an example. I just
Yeah,
said a guy.
you put the dude.
I'm talking
you like,
about a guy.
Dude, you put,
Okay, so
put the what's the name sign,
I
with the
don't
arrow
know how
up.
many women say. I don't know. I don't know how many women say like I don't do social media, because women do social media.
Oh, there's women that say that too.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
All right.
there
So
is.
what was their explanation for it?
They just said, I don't want my business out there. I said, it all depends. You are the gatekeeper for your own social media. You put out what you want people to know. Just like I'm going to tell you what I want you to know.
Right.
So, like,
They don't. I think people who say they don't want to do social, because you know what, social media help you with other things too. Social media can help you get a job. Social media can help you find a
Networking.
name. Social media is great for networking. Social media is great for business. So there's a lot of pluses to social media. Social media helps you find lost family members. Some of them
Very
you don't want
true.
to find their asses, but
Yeah.
some of them you want to find
Some
them.
of them you were looking for,
But
yeah.
some of them that you want to find, and social media can help you find them. So,
Yeah, so you
there's-
stay in
there's a
touch
lot
with
of good
family and-
pluses to social media. So when
Yeah.
people say to me, I don't do something simple like a Facebook, or I don't do something like a Instagram,
yeah.
nothing.
I never understood
usually
that.
Yeah, I usually, you know what, to me that's kind of like a red flag, right?
Yeah, 'cause especially when they
Yeah, 'cause,
say,
like, you don't want to be
I don't
known.
do
You
Facebook
big
like it's drugs.
incognito. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't do that. I don't do this. I don't do that. And then
Yeah.
what happens if you discover a page, which is something else that happens? A person tell you they don't do social media, and then you find a page. What?
Oh, that's their ass.
So the relationship should continue? Deception,
Hey,
straight off red flag on deception. You're not married.
That's a red flag.
Let's say you're not married.
On both sides. So, I mean, I can't even really trying to put this in such a phrase. You let people know what you want them to know. If when dudes say that, and I've seen a lot of some of my friends, y'all know who the hell y'all are. Y'all say, "Nah, I don't do social
the same ones that was
media."
at the strip club that swore to secrecy and put
I
their
don't
phone
know.
away.
I don't hang with dudes like that.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about? You said they were your friends.
I said, yeah, they're my friends, but I'm like, if
You don't hang with them?
if you
You just
hiding
said-
stuff on social media and you want to do all that crazy behind the back stuff, like, no, I don't hang with dudes like that.
Well, you just said that you was out with them and nobody could use their phone, right? And
Yeah,
you give me
because that's a private event. We didn't, nobody was doing nothing out of pocket or crazy to disrespect
that's
their
not
relationship.
deception?
How's that deception?
Oh my God. So that's not deception. See, this is why we need to have this. This is why we have this platform. Because
If y'all-
everybody, I want you to
y'all
pay
chime
attention
in.
to what just happened. Listen, how is that not deception? Did you go home and tell your wife you were slapping people on the ass?
Yes.
You told her that.
Yes.
So then why didn't you just take a picture then? Why you say, guys, get this picture right here?
This is my memory card right here. Why I gotta have physical
And
evidence?
You think all of the other guys in there did the same thing?
Ain't none of us have no phones out. We was just all in there enjoying ourselves.
Exactly. That's deception.
How's that deception?
Oh my God. If it's not deception, then why you gotta hide your phone?
We didn't hide our phones. We just did not pull them out.
Why?
Because we got.
Because you don't want to document it. So
Exactly.
if you don't want it documented, then it's deception, right?
No.
There's a reason why you didn't want to document it. Why you didn't want to document it? See, this is my point.
What?
This is my point. This is my point. And even if you're not married yet, the point of the matter is you
couldn't
gotta.
hear what the hell
It's
you
the
were
red
saying.
flags for deception before you get into a marriage. If you start off
It's
in
still not deception. How's that deception? If you know when y'all have y'all little
don't
club.
be switching it over to
What?
y'all.
'Cause it's
We're
what's good
talking
is for the
about
goose
this
is good for the
right
gander.
here.
That's what you
No,
saying.
We talk about this. I want everybody to know. See, Jeff and I are not a couple.
Yeah, we're not. No,
We're not a couple.
no.
We just a
'Cause I'm
couple-
having my-
we just
I'm
a
having my
couple of
bachelor
folks-
party every day. I'm
We're a
behind it.
couple of folks
You
that
know.
have both been married, and we've learned a lot of things through the years. So I wanted to put that disclaimer out there because some people just looking at it like, are they fighting? And they having this is the point I'm making. The point I'm making is that even though you weren't married yet, right? That's not a way to go into a marriage, right? Holding on to your dirty little secrets, because that's a dirty little secret. Because if it was okay, then you know what? People would have pulled the camera out, would took a picture with the girl, Why? I don't get
Most
it.
places don't. And you in a strip club, most places would not allow cameras in there anyway.
Oh, okay. Because that's because all other people, they don't want to be photographed. They don't belong in there.
Why are we taking pictures of strippers?
I'm just saying. Why is it
That's what websites and I mean, I just never did that, and I've been going to strip clubs before social media, so we just never pulled out the cameras and nothing like that. We just didn't do it.
All right. Okay. All right. I'm not gonna belabor the point. I'm just gonna say that it's all about.
It's like that's this
You
new
should stay away
millennium
from
generation.
deception.
You're like you in the club. Oh,
I'm just saying it's all about honesty going into the relationship. Were you open with her that you were going to the strip club? She was
yes.
fine with
She
it?
wanted me to go.
Oh, okay. She was okay.
I can't hear what you're saying. You said
You're not listening. That's what we having a conversation.
I know, but I'm just
No.
anyway.
No. The point of the matter is.
I can't hear you, man.
The point of the matter is, you don't want to go into a marriage with deception.
No, of course not. But
Okay.
I was open and honest about it. Like, you want to have a bachelor party? Yeah. Y'all gonna go to the strip club? Yeah. Okay. That was the
And she
conversation.
didn't say anything after
No.
that. She didn't say don't touch no women.
She didn't say nothing. She said, go have a good time.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Because all that energy I'm gonna grab from that, I'm bringing it home to her any damn way.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna put you on the spot. No more with this one, bro. All right. So let's continue talking about social media.
All right, so-
Okay. So now you off the hook. You can breathe. Breathe. Go.
I've been
Oh,
breathing.
you good? All right. I want to make sure now. I want to make sure, because you see how we went back and forth about that. Maybe she was okay with it, but there are many women who are not okay with it.
But that's the conversation that has to be had.
That's a conversation that has to be had. But if you don't tell her, hide your phone or keep your phone out, right? You put it away, and something, nothing's documented, but it comes up later on in a conversation, or she finds out later on. That could be a potential problem. That's the reason why I'm saying I asked all those questions, because people have to be upfront with each other. If that's what you want to do, I'm a believer that I want people in life, we don't get one shot at this thing we call life, right? Mm-hmm. You should do what it is that's going to make you happy, because I want to do what makes me happy. I don't want anybody to hinder me from getting joy in this world, right? So having said that, I'm woman enough to say what I want to do, what I don't want to do. And I think that everybody entering into a relationship should be in that headspace. Because why are you hiding stuff? Is it people hide?
It's a lot of energy burnt trying to hide secrets and all that.
That's what I'm saying. That's the same thing.
The truth is a one-shot deal. A lie just keeps building. It snowballs, all that other kind of stuff. So
listen, I know one guy who said, if you tell the truth and die, if you lie, you live another day. That is his mentality. So he is probably one of the most notorious liars I've ever met. And he's probably been married about 30 years.
Hey.
But you know what?
In some cases, a lie saves a relationship.
The formula works for him.
Yeah.
And it works for her. Now, I don't believe that, you know, all the lies that he told that she believed it all. I think that maybe there's some of them she just picked the battles. Because sometimes you just pick your battle. Some stuff ain't even worth talking about. You know you're telling a damn lie, so you just be like, whatever. It takes so much.
I had a purple sandwich, baby.
Like, yeah, whatever. You see? But when it comes to something important like social media, it's important that you get your mate involved in that. Because now, the first thing what people want you to do is change your status. Right?
Oh, yeah.
They want to move that status from
because it's
single.
Important. Yeah, they want to see it.
I don't think the men want to move that status from single to married.
It's the image, you know. It's the image of the whole thing. You know, when you're single, it's like you get a certain type of attention. When you're married, it's like, oh, I can't say nothing to you because you married. I don't want to get you in trouble and all. I guess like, what you talking about? You know?
What?
Yeah, some. Believe me, some of y'all.
What are you gonna say, y'all? What you put me in the category for?
What? Some of y'all women.
Oh, some women, not y'all women. Some women.
Oh, then when you say it, it's like, and y'all men.
I didn't say y'all men. I didn't say that, bro.
Check out for our earlier shows to see her say y'all men at least a couple of times.
Whatever. I'm not worried about that nonsense today. My biggest thing here is we want to make sure that people understand that social media does have its pros, it has its cons. Right, and you gotta be honest with your mate
at all times.
Yeah, well,
it clears the air.
I don't know people gonna be honest all times.
Well, I mean, you know, it's levels of honesty. You know.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want, because men don't ever answer the question, "Do I look fat in these jeans?" Do not answer that question.
Now, is that something you want to be saying? Like, see how, especially our younger people out there, you want to tell them automatically you should be lying?
That's not a lie. I said, don't answer the question.
Oh, don't answer it.
Yeah, don't answer it.
Just say nothing. Keep walking.
You know, you're all right.
Even if she don't look all right.
Because you know what the answer is going to be. What you trying to say, I'm fat? See? See? And she laughed because she know that's true.
Because you know.
Because if you was fat beforehand, you wouldn't ask that question.
No, that's not true. That doesn't mean that. See, we're not doing no body shaming in this.
Body shaming, and that's new millennium stuff. But I was that body shaming. It was
because people are really sensitive. Not everybody is comfortable in their own skin.
Well, that's why you don't say nothing.
In my own skin.
I want to get to sleep. I don't want to get poked in the middle of the night.
Well, some people do because they care about their mate and what their mate thinks of them, and rather they think that they're attractive. So it's important.
Well, yeah, I mean, but
there's certain ways to say things. Like you don't have to say.
Oh yeah, I'm just
saying.
Nothing.
Saying nothing is saying a lot, right?
But that's just an old married joke. Come on now. I mean, I'll just say you look nice, baby. That's it. I'm not going to go into the details and everything else, but you know, y'all are human detectives, lie detectors, and stuff like
Y'all
that.
are you see what I'm saying? What is with this y'all thing? Y'all are human. Y'all who? Women are human detectives.
I say,
You
yes.
said
I said, well, I meant to say lie detectors, but
we are human lie detectors. Women are human lie detectives. So okay, so who's doing the lying then, huh? Okay, I'm just saying.
whatever.
Alrighty, women are human lie
Whatever.
detectors.
Yeah.
That's because we're sharp. Because we're
It's not about sharp. You're just waiting
What?
for it. Like, go ahead, say something. Go ahead, say
waiting.
something.
What makes you think that women are waiting? Women want to hear good, positive things. Why do you think they want you to click the daggone like button on social media? Why do you think that women want you to change your status from single to in a relationship, and they want you to connect
yeah,
the dots?
yeah, you wanna be acknowledged.
I'm in a relationship with Patty or whatever, whoever, right?
Yeah, but
They
to some
need
people that's
that.
not important. But you know,
It's a lot
to
of
some
people
of y'all
it is.
women, it's not important.
Oh my goodness.
But I mean, on the,
Oh yeah, well, sometimes you got men who can't wait for women to change that status. I've had that situation many times where men want me to change my status. I'm not going to do it.
you see, you couldn't even hide the lie. You just wanted to start laughing
I'm
immediately.
just not going to do it.
I'm not gonna do it. Why?
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Why? He can't have the same power that you have.
No, he doesn't have to do it either. See, this is the thing. I don't ask anything of someone else I'm not willing to do myself. That's my rule, all across the board. So, like, I'm not going to ask you to do something or not do something I'm not willing to give that thing up to. So, I'm not going to do it. I think that's fair. So, I don't want you to change your status. And I'm not going to change my status.
Okay.
And that's just the way it is. I like to keep my personal. I use social media for business. People find
Yeah.
out about the business of marriage. People find out about, my other shows I got going and my television show and everything else. That's what it's for. It's not for me to share my innermost thoughts
'Cause
to
it shouldn't be that
a bunch
any
of
that way.
people, many people who don't know me and don't give a damn about me. There are probably a handful who really, really care about
Yeah.
who I am as a woman. And I understand that. They should not have an open access to my inner thoughts. That's my feelings. Some people, I think they use it to purge themselves, to,
Yeah.
get everything out. Get it out some other way,
Well,
not on social
I
media.
remember seeing a lot of times, especially when Facebook is new, because I've been on Facebook since 2006. Has it been that? Yeah, it's been like that
I
long.
don't even know.
And I used to see posts all the times. Face your problems, don't Facebook them. And I was like this.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because I'm not telling you what's actually going on in my house.
Yeah. But some
'Cause-
people need advice
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
That's where the hashtag asking for a friend came from, I guess.
Oh, okay, maybe so. Yeah. Like I there was a post recently. A woman was asking about acne. Like her daughter was going through a big bout with
Yeah.
acne, and I saw it and I responded and I gave her like a regimen because I'm like really big on skincare. So I gave her a regimen and situations like that. Okay, you got a problem and you're looking for a solution, but if you having an issue with your man, Facebook
Yeah,
is not the
that's
place
not the
for
place
you
for it.
to put it out
'Cause
there.
I had a friend of mine that I was friends with the both of them. And, he was out there doing him or whatever.
Okay.
But she was out there, I know you with this and I know you doing that and all this other kind of mess. And then you start tagging me and other friends that know him. And I'm like, yo, that's a you and her thing.
Yeah.
Don't tag me in none of y'all's mess. I don't want to be involved in none of this ratchet ass mess. So if you can't, if you want to handle your problem, then handle your problem between yourselves.
Yeah.
The world doesn't have to know what's going on with y'all.
No, sometimes people are looking for allies, right? They're looking for some
Yeah,
people.
yeah, they want, "That's
co-signing
right, girl,
what they're
yeah."
Thinking, yeah,
And, they want
and
that.
that's the other thing. The other thing that social media can do is sometimes make someone else's life look more glamorous than yours, right? Like you're looking at their life, you're on the outside looking in, right? So their life look great. Their husbands are buying a brand new cars. They're putting big bows on a brand new car, and
That's bragging.
y'all, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
That's bragging.
They're proud and they want to show it off, and then look what God did for me, and then they're looking at their own life and maybe they're struggling, right? And so, see, sometimes people will measure their mate up against what they see on social media, and that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
That would definitely.
But see, that's the way of the world, because it's been many times like, you know, like on birthdays or whatever, you know, I know when my significant other likes flowers, you know, I'm very proud to walk around with, you know, flowers in my hand. And I see like girls going, "Oh, lucky bitch," you know, and like you know, if there's a couple sitting there, and all of a sudden you see the girl look at her man and go like, "Why you don't ever buy me no flowers?" He's like, I'm like,
yeah.
but
Yeah. All right.
you gonna take some questions?
Yeah, let's take some.
Let's take some questions. Look.
I'm ready to answer some questions.
I'm reading the emails here. I'm just gonna say that we got this is Jackie from New York. We're in New York, whatever. She wanted to ask Serena, is that Facebook? Is it if you're in a relationship with someone? Is it the physical of him doing the act, or does he have to show the physical on Facebook? Like, you know, does he have to? Well, I'm reading it. I'm saying, okay. Well, I'm trying to get what she wrote this here. I'm trying to get it. Is the act? Should the act of what he's doing should be exposed on Facebook, or do you want the Facebook situation, like you want everybody to know on Facebook, or you want the private situation? Which one is more important?
Well, I'm gonna say that the private is the most important, I would say, because I mean that's your intimate time when your mate is encouraging you and supporting you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing a particular business, like I can tell you, like doing the podcast here, I mean, if I'm dating someone and he sees it and he likes it and he subscribes and he supports me that way too, like I'm cool with that. But that wouldn't be a deal breaker for me. As long as he was supportive in the background, you know, he's like he's my backup singer. You know what I'm saying? As long as he's doing that, that's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah.
That's the way I would look at it. I would think that would be it. That would be the thing that would make me feel like, wow, this person is in my corner. Rather than now he goes on social media and says, oh, I think she's fantastic. Well, I don't care about that as much. But as long as he's encouraging and supportive, that would be the deal breaker.
My question is, like, so what happens to the men and the female that want that gratification? That, you know, because Facebook has a lot of people commenting on things, and you know, they say happy birthday, anniversary. They say when he's sick, they say this, and my man getting on my nerve, my woman getting on my nerve, and it's like they like those comments. It's like, what kind of is that? Self-esteem issues, or is this?
More than likely it is. I mean, when it's on social media because you want the world to see it. Like, my man likes me. You know, you letting the world know. I know she's always making some when I say that stuff. But anyway, when it's a public acknowledgement of your feelings to the world, like you know, I remember, you know, when you hold your woman's hand walking in the street, that's a public acknowledgement. This is my lady. I'm holding her hand. So that's the stuff that should mean the most. But some people really pay attention to this social media and like, well, why do you like my picture? And that will start an argument. And I don't understand why. Because like, if I'm doing everything I can for you and doing right by you, you know, a public acknowledgement on social media, which is entertainment, it shouldn't mean that much. It shouldn't hold that much over your relationship.
It's another form of PDA, though. Right?
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's another public display of affection. That's all it is. If it puts a lot of weight on it for her or him, what's the big deal? Like if it's gonna make them happy. See, this is what I'm saying. Like if doing that one thing is gonna make them happy and it doesn't make you uncomfortable, it's not a big deal. Do it. So if the big thing is, you know, maybe she makes, I don't know, maybe she makes cupcakes and she put a beautiful cupcake display on Facebook, and then you say, go honey, I love your cupcakes, they're beautiful, or you like it. What's it to you? If it's not a big deal and it's gonna make her happy, this is what I'm saying. Like, you gotta kind of weigh it a little bit. Right?
You definitely gotta pick and choose your battle.
Yeah, come on. It's not even that big a deal. You like it, keep it moving. It's not gonna take nothing away from your day. It took all of it, 2 seconds out of your day? Like, give me a break.
And that's the thing that should go on, especially when, you know, I mean, it's a whole nother conversation as far as like supporting each other for business.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because, you know, you'll, you know, just detracting it just a little bit. Like when you ask somebody to support your project and everything else, and you're just like, dude, just like it or whatever. But then when you ask them for something, you know, then that comes into that thing. But, you know, going back to the relationship, if it's not anything that's gonna hurt you or whatever, just like the damn
I
thing.
got a few more questions. We got Jack from Long Island. This question now for Jeff. Jeff, it's the old rule. What goes on in the strip club, stay in the strip club. That's the main thing. We don't talk about it. We don't broadcast it. Everybody that comes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't broadcast it. So the thing is that if you let your potential wife, before you say your vows in public and the people you love, what you do, long as you don't, my opinion, this is my opinion now, I hear what Jack is saying, but my opinion, as long as you don't break, because you go from the dating to exclusive, as long as you don't break this exclusive rule, and you know what the exclusive rule is.
No, that's not. No, we don't know what the exclusive rule is. The exclusive rule is a conversation. No.
We already had that conversation.
No.
Exactly.
No, the exclusive rules. Are we talking about exclusive rule in the strip club world?
No.
In a relationship. So we talking about exclusive rule in a relationship, then that's a conversation. Not what you think the exclusive rule is what both of you have come up together.
We talking about bachelor party. Bachelor party goes on. We don't say nothing about your
is that the
party.
exclusive rule?
It's no exclusive rule.
There are rules.
Is this exclusive rule in a bachelor party? Is this no? Let me take that back.
Because you know you're not supposed to. There's stuff you're not supposed to do.
It's exclusive rule in the relationship once you commit to each other.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what that rule is. We're not having
Extramarital affairs, whatever.
SEX with no.
Yeah, but then you have to define that. See,
Why
that's
you had
what
to
I'm
spell
saying.
it like there's
You can't
5 years
just say
old in the
that-
room?
Well, wait a minute. We can do that now. What does SEX mean?
Exactly. No. See, this is my thing. When I say that, what are you laughing?
I'm
When
just
I-
laughing why he spelled it like there's 5 years
You
old in the
say
room.
SEX, like, if there's any kids out there, turn this off. Like, get your kids out the room.
Mommy, what's SEX?
Oh my God. The thing
how
is,
you
when
got
I
here.
say exclusive rule, you got to establish that. And part of the strip club could be part of the exclusive rule. You understand what I'm saying? So if we say, let's just take sex, for example.
Yeah.
We got to break that down because some people think that penetration is sex. Some people think, oral sex is sex. Or some people think that it's not sex. Or they think that if you kiss another woman or you kiss another man, that's not sexual. That doesn't fall under the exclusive rule. You have to be very, very careful and define it before you commit. You have to know what falls underneath it. Those are those conversations. If there's got to be some rules. I know with the strip club. I know the strip club that well, but I'm sure there's some rules.
Both sides of the
Exactly.
final day the final day that you.
So the final day
Sign
before you sign on the dotted line, so you can have sex in the.
Nobody has.
Oh, nobody has sex?
Nobody has sex in a strip club. Oh. Now, if you was back in the days when if you went to the GOAT.
I don't know. I think
All
there's
I
some
do is I know the GOAT.
VIP sections, don't stuff happen in VIP. See, don't play me. I know. See,
Nobody play
bull crap right now. I'm feeling really like y'all trying to play me. I know in VIP there's some other stuff, some extra stuff that goes on.
Nothing goes on.
Nobody see anything, y'all. I have nothing.
Exactly.
See, you can tell
Thank
I'm
you.
the only female in this studio.
No sex in the champagne room. That's a song.
There's some stuff that happens, okay? You pay extra for stuff that happens. But there's a conversation that has to be had. And if you don't tell the truth about what's happening, then that means you start a new marriage with deception. There's no way around it.
It is. Let's be real.
I'm just saying.
We're gonna be real. Jeff can agree with me on this. It is a pressure on the bachelor night out to do some form of physical.
Thank you.
It
Don't
is
try
a
to make
pressure.
like I'm
No,
crazy. I
it's
know.
Oh, no, there is a pressure, but it's all on us if we want to do something.
Slapping butt butts and stuff, that's sexual. That's just, I'm sure.
How's that sexual?
That's not sexual? Oh my God.
It meant nothing because
And
I'm
then
like,
you tip in and then
it ain't
you
like-
lap dance
you put
and
the
you
thing
rub
in
and
the
touch
shop
stuff.
and-
That's
and
all underneath that exclusive. Ladies,
It's
listen.
borderline because-
Make sure you outline all of that
Wait a
before
minute,
you
you ever
start
been in a
doing.
woman's shop?
thank you.
That's
Guys
in
in
trouble for.
They grab the jump.
Look, exactly.
I'm
And
not saying it's
I've
right,
done
but-
security for strippers.
I'm not saying it's
Y'all
right.
get
I'm
raw.
not saying it's right on either side. I'm not saying that.
If it's the
I'm not
last
saying
night, if it's the last night, you just gotta close your eyes and go, Jesus.
No,
You know,
then you
like,
don't put yourself
y'all
in
go-
that, then don't put yourself in that position. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have good, healthy fun, then that's a conversation you have with your mate. Say, listen, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna go here. Are you okay with it? That whole secret stuff is what gets on my nerves,
But
Well-
and it gets on a lot of people's nerves.
If you're getting married, right? You're getting married, and it's the bachelor night or the bachelorette night, right?
damn.
It's a bachelor night or bachelorette night. And say, the guy's gonna take me out. We going to Chow Chow downtown. And, I'm gonna have, what would you say? Do you send him out with a warning that he knows already?
He's going out with his
Yeah, he's
friends.
going out with his friend. He's going to Cha-Cha, down in Cha-Cha's. You know what Cha-Cha is? It's the adult, male
Cha-Cha
adult
is?
club. It's a male adult club,
I've never heard of this spot, but
It's a
Okay.
you know.
Well, okay, so then, yeah, there's gonna be a conversation.
It's going to be a
It
conversation.
should be. At least, I
It's
mean, at
open.
least you've already had that conversation like before. If this is your first time going to a strip club as a married man, then there's a conversation that has to be. Now you do know, right?
Don't nobody.
All right. So there's a conversation. There's a conversation that takes place when you're dating, right? And then you become exclusive. There's have to be a conversation, because how do you know when you move from the dating phase into being exclusive and then maybe going into marriage? You have to have those conversations.
Yeah.
The problem we having is because people are not having these conversations. You're having conversations after the fact. And then she finds out, here's a receipt from Cha-Cha's or Cheese, or whatever the heck it
He
is.
told you going to Cha-Cha. We going to Cha-Cha.
Okay.
We going to Cha-Cha. We going to have some drinks and stuff.
She's not worrying about the drinks. She's worrying about the stuff.
But it's the
You gotta define it.
It's the bachelor.
There's receipts for stuff.
Is there receipts for stuff?
Lap dance, $50. Like,
No, come on, really?
it ain't like that.
Oh, okay. Why is the room? It's just quiet now.
We all been in strip club. We know.
Oh, okay.
Exactly, because there's no receipts for none of that stuff. You just go in there and a lot of places won't let you touch the ladies. So I
Are
mean, you can just
supposed
sit
to
there
be
and just.
touching people?
At Cha-Cha, you can touch people, but other places you can't.
Oh,
touch.
you know a lot about Cha-Cha.
I don't know where Cha-Cha's is. He know about Cha-Cha.
That's like the boom boom.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's a creation in my head.
Okay.
Welcome to Cha-Cha.
Do we have any more
So
questions?
I'm saying, if they know you at the strip club, you going there way too much.
Hey, what's up, dude?
I'm saying, man, you was here last week
Was
too.
your regular?
Yo, man, what you doing?
Oh my
Come
God.
on in.
See, this is
Okay. Anywho.
this is all before the social media age. Anyway, you didn't take. You had a camera on your phone, but
what
you
about-
didn't do
what
all
about
that
the
stuff.
people- So then, you know what? Okay. So now, what about people going on sex sites? They all on sex
Let's
sites?
hold that for the overtime.
Yeah, I was cool.
Oh, y'all want to talk? You're afraid to talk about the sex? Oh.
No, I ain't afraid to talk about that.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, we bring this out.
You got another question?
Well, I needed that time.
Oh, we ran out of time already.
Y'all be calling a union on us.
Oh my goodness. All right, so listen. Every time we do the business of marriage, we got to give you guys some pointers. So the first thing, if you didn't take anything away from this, social media has its plus, it has its minuses.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment. The other thing is, get your partner's permission before you post like pictures of your own personal lives together,
Yeah.
right? You want to make sure that they're okay with it, that they're okay with the pictures that you're posting,
Exactly.
and the content of the post, right? Because they may not be good with you putting out that y'all just came back from Aruba and this and that, and there's other people on there.
She didn't like the way she looked in that picture
Yeah,
or
you
whatever.
wanna make sure-
It may trigger a memory. You don't know.
Yeah,
So,
you want to make sure that they're okay with it. Yeah, and just
Yeah.
respect your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
everything doesn't have to need to be out there. And that leads for a lot of people getting involved in your relationship. And when they get involved in a relationship, then you have a problem.
Yeah.
And so
everything that goes on in your house should be the only place it happens.
Yeah.
Everybody don't need to know what's going on in your house. The world could be crashing in your house. The world doesn't need to know.
Yeah.
That's a you and them situation, and y'all have to handle that together.
Yep, exactly. And know that divorce lawyers will look at social media for evidence.
Oh, what? What? They'll be screenshooting all your
All
stuff.
right, take us home now, Jeff. We done.
All right, that does it for that does it for this week on the Business of Marriage. Continue to look at us Sundays at 7:00 right here on YouTube. Look for Studio A. Like and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. We're gonna see y'all the next time right here on the Business of Marriage.